Welcome, beautiful seekers. It's our daily dose and more with the divine. It is 3:18. Moon enters the sign of air. Communication, information, teaching, learning at 7:47 p.m. this evening. We still have the sun in the watery, emotional, intuitive sign of Pisces, where it will enter into the fire sign, first sign of the zodiac, on the spring equinox on the 20th. So we're just kind of in between right now, feeling a little bit of the watery energy and a little bit of the fire coming in, and that's what we're going to cover today. I will be absent for the daily dose tomorrow. I have an appointment. It is also springtime. I have a farm. I have a lot of work, physical work to do outside. So I'm always invested and always holding space for this channel so that it reaches whoever it needs to. So just know that ahead of time. I would like to say the throat chakra is coming up huge for me today as I was reflecting upon what is happening in the collective with the fear mongering. And I won't even lie, I was getting a little pissed off today, which is okay, right? To burn off that energy and really setting the intention today on how we can keep hope in amongst all of the chaos that we are witnessing on the earth plane. There's no coincidence that Mercury, our planet of communication, is in a square with Mars, where there's that fire. It can, it can bring up anger. It can come up as frustration on communication and the censorship that we're witnessing. And it's really going to backfire because excuse me, I literally had to wait to come on because I had a tickle in my throat after feeling like I'm not holding back my truth anymore. Mercury is still in Pisces, but it's in that square with the planet of Mars that is in, I believe, Gemini, with the north node of the moon. And it's really, I feel it burning within me. I'm going to also, I have a lot of things going on behind the scenes with how I want to invest and envision my channel, and collaboration soon to be announced as well. But the reason I'm saying that I have a lot going on behind the scenes is that you stick with me. I'm just going to go into a few of it, and a few of those things is alternatives to YouTube world, because I am about to not hold back from my truth. The more my feminine rises, the more that I'm just like, I have to honor that and bring my awareness to that, what is coming up for myself. And I am not willing to keep my mouth shut just because I'm concerned that YouTube's going to take my channel down again. They've already done it once. I'm never a violent person, and that's what they told me I was being, was violent, just for speaking my truth. So go to my channel itself, go to the Divine Divination channel. At the top of that, on the wallpaper where the planets are, I just get lost in this chanting, is my link to MeWe and Telegram. There will be more links to come for an alternative for this, just in case. So I have to get busy. It's springtime for Deanna, right? It's already been a lot of behind the scenes for me anyway. So I've been just doing that a little bit at a time. At the same time, I have a lot of physical work with the barnyard, because it is spring here in my state, and so cleaning up after the whole barnyard thing after winter time. So it's okay because I need physical. Wow, I'm pulling this again. So I'm drawing the overall energy for today. And then we will go into the Sabian symbol for the spring equinox, which is that beginning phase of Aries season. And the ruling planet of Aries is Mars, and this can be, you know, our will. And so keep the courage, keep the passion, and if you do have anger coming up within you, you know, express it in a healthy way. So I drew this card for myself before I came on, and then now I'm drawing it again. The overall energy today, and we'll just flow this into tomorrow because I will be coming on later in the evening after my appointment to share the Sabian symbol for the full moon that will be taking place in Libra. So the sun moves into the fiery sign of Aries on Saturday the 20th, and then Venus, the goddess of love, of values, of beauty, moves into, follows right behind the sun into Aries on the following day, Sunday. So the overall energy today is King of Pentacles. This to me, I'm not a traditional tarot, but I feel it. So this to me is about your values. This is the energy of Earth. This is let's just say this is the masculine that's in respect to the feminine, who honors, who protects his domain, his home. And it is also, to me, the energy of having stability, knowing that you're the king over your domain, over your body, over your kingdom, so to speak, and having the respect and the honor and the value. I feel like, I don't know in traditional tarot if the King of Pentacles is Taurus, but we have a lot of Taurus energy there. So ripe in the kingdom, having the physical needs met. I just feel like he's sitting there with his eyes closed and in his balance of feminine, masculine, and material needs are met, to not have any concerns about the material needs. And it is really honoring his kingdom and what he brings to the earth plane. So that's beautiful because the moon is still in Taurus today. That's beautiful. What I'm finding is that the cards are still speaking to me after I turn the camera off, so I'm trying to be very aware of slowing down. And sometimes it's just me being a Virgo needing to speed ahead to the next things I'm already planning, right? And so I'm really bringing that back in within myself. I was laying in bed thinking about it last night, because sometimes when I push stop on the camera, it's like, whoa, wait, the cards through the oracle are still speaking to me, and some of these messages need to be, you know, relayed to the listeners. So yeah, I just feel like this earth energy is having monetary, physical needs. This is not just material, right? This is a knowingness within him. He's sitting there on his throne. I feel like today, I know that, you know, masculine, feminine is not always about sex or gender, but today I feel like it's asking, as the feminine rises, for the masculine to therefore also rise, and mutual respect. And that's perfect going into Aries season, because fire energy is masculine. Feminine, which the Pentacles is the representative of Earth, which is a feminine energy. So balancing that and taking your place, in the material world to your true values and a respect for that. So that's what I get from the King of Pentacles. So we're going to go into the Sabian symbol for the spring equinox. And a girlfriend of mine that I'm going to be collaborating with actually told me about library, so I might try that out to have a backup channel. And then I also have support of a friend that I need to reach out to that had offered to help me make a website, because in the near future I will be doing mini chart readings with Oracle really reasonably. And so I have a lot going on, definitely a spring energy for me. So the equinox, balancing the light and the dark, as the sun moves up higher on our horizon. Really a lot of past things coming up to let go of right now, and many of us are diving into not only our personal wounds and traumas, but we're also kind of being asked to rise up in the collective fuckery that's been going on, to rise up into our position on the throne as divine children of Creator, and knowingness that you're sovereign, and not allowing or being swayed by the influence of the little game that's being played out on the earth plane. Okay, so I'm also feeling, I'm loving this, because I'm starting to just really allow it to flow through me and trying not to hurry. This will be a little longer today, but this will be covering tomorrow's energy as well, so just keep that in mind. Don't be swayed. Go by your own compass, by your own body. And he's sitting there. You see it. I know it's a really shiny deck, but I love it. He just knows who he is. He knows he's righteous. He knows he's on the earth plane to not be in lack mentality. And a lot of us are healing the original wound of thinking we're separate, thinking, you know, releasing the betrayal wound or the abandonment wound. And so that's where we are at. And I'm feeling a fire rise within me as we move into this spring equinox. And also Astra, also the resurrection of the Christ. I think it's amazing and beautiful throughout all cultures that we need to stop fighting over cultural differences, because at the core fundamentals of it, there's truly a thread that unites us all, right? So Aries, a woman rises out of water, a seal rises and embraces her. The key word for this spring equinox is realization. The way to begin is to begin. This symbol speaks to birth, emergence, and taking the first faltering and naive steps on any journey. Totally initiating. Aries is a cardinal sign, so it's an initiator. It also speaks to the stirring from within that signals the realization of potential and possibilities of growth. So it's brewing within you on the seeds that you want to plant, right? With the northern hemisphere going into spring, the fall, autumn equinox in the southern hemisphere. It's always a balance of dark and light. It's so cool. Okay. So the image, a woman rises out of the water, a seal rises and embraces her, depicts the feminine, emotional, and receptive, or the passive side of a man embraced by the masculine. Whoa. Purposeful and initiating or active side of himself. Let me reread that. The image, a woman rises out of the water, so that's purification mode, right? A seal rises and embraces her. Well, seals are mammals, but they're also water mammals, right? Think about it. They come onto the earth, but they go back into the water. It depicts the feminine, emotional and receptive or passive side of a man embraced by the masculine, purposeful and initiating or active side of himself. This image also symbolizes the human spirit embraced by desire. The emphasis here is on the achievement of self-integration, or that mystical union of all the elements itself. On a practical level, this image represents the first degree of the zodiac, thus spring, the beginning of a new cycle and a freedom of choice. It also marks the starting point of a journey of self-discovery. The positive aspects of this is, at its highest, this symbol represents independence, initiative, and openness to new experience. On the lower octave of it is willfulness or lack of discrimination. So it's the impulsive cardinal energy that can sometimes come along with the Aries energy of Mars, acting out of impulse without being still a minute and listening to what is best for you. So try not to be impulsive. Oh, I love it. The ascent is on change and new beginnings. You may be feeling bored, restless, or lonely, or that something is missing in your life. Adventure beckons like the sweet scent of lilacs on a gentle spring wind. The novel and different have a special allure. So that's another very thing too, with the cardinal energy. Wherever you have cardinal energy in your chart, try to kind of balance those things. When you start something, finish it. Also, you know, thinking about the fixed energy of Taurus, when you're too fixed in things and not open to the changing and planting of the seeds of this spring energy, right? That doesn't benefit not yourself or anybody else neither. So the novel and different have a special allure. The opportunity with this spring equinox, the beginning season of Aries, is your greatest adventure lies in being sensitive to what it is that you really need. Take a broader look at the options available to you. Window shop and pay close attention to your timing. Guard against rashness and hasty decisions or making irrevocable commitments. Avoid jumping from the frying pan into the fire or being headstrong and stubborn in relationships with others. Boom. The stepping stones, so basically what it's saying for this Sabian symbol, the learning stones or stepping stones that we can utilize at this time is birth, new beginnings, growth, self-integration. So integrating what you have processed over the winter months for the northern hemisphere, for the southern hemisphere, what you have cultivated through the summer months, right? New cycles of experience and new cycles of experience, freedom of choice, and receptivity. So because Aries is a masculine, still pay attention that being receptive is also, you know, being in balance with your feminine masculine. Keep your awareness in that, because sometimes the Aries cardinal, any of the cardinal energies can go boom, all in, and then whoa, I'm second guessing it. I'm not feeling like I want to be too committed to this. So think about it. That's this percolation time that we have the opportunity for right now with the spring equinox. Something stuck out to me that we really felt that was going hand in hand with the King of Pentacles energy. Well, I don't know right now because I'm not seeing it, because I'm kind of feeling like, get outside and ground. I'm excited to share this with you guys today. I love my Sabian symbol book. I share from it on the new moons and full moons as well. And they always resonate like tremendously. So I wanted to bring that forth today as we are moving into the Pisces, moving out of Pisces season. last sign of the zodiac, moving into the spring and the rebirth. And I can't get over how significant it is throughout all cultures that everybody really kind of celebrated this. The only difference is when you become self-realized, no matter what you affiliate. I don't affiliate with just one, but I love diversity, right? And I have understanding within me that because I have a love for Yeshua, that the Christ isn't coming back to save me. I was given, and you were given, all these things and more to embody, to make a difference, to be invested in, and to be here on this earth pentacle energy of knowing that kingdom is right within you, right? So let's see what the overall planet, house, or element is today from my Black Moon astrology. It's not too bad. So this will be for the 18th and 19th, guys. Again, always timeless. The 9th house, faith. So in the beginning, I said something to you guys about keeping the hope as humanity's going through so much shit. Get it? And the 9th house is symbolic also. It's the house of Sagittarius, faith. Keeping an openness and an optimism within you to tether to that divine every day and to rise above the circumstances, right? Because it's Sagittarius, even though this is the 9th house, is represented by the centaur, right? It's half man, half animal. It is like embodying your spiritual essence with your body. And I feel like this King of Pentacles energy knows that. He's just sitting there. He's got the both of best worlds. He has a respect for that feminine side and knowing that it brings forth the fruits of his labor in the earth plane, in the body. And so keeping faith and rising above the circumstances is what we're being guided for the next few days. God, it's more difficult at times than others. I'm human, right? And I'm very aware of sometimes feeling very defeated. And other times, because I am a rising Sagittarius, having an optimism about me because my faith, it's like you leave behind Scorpio season where there's this deep transformation, and then Sagittarius season comes and it's this rise above it. It's that spiritual growth and from all of the things that you've been through prior to that in the 8th house, because 8th house is the death and transformation energy. So let's do another one from the Mystical Shaman Oracle to go with our message today. I've been really reflecting the things that come to me at nighttime when I'm laying down to go to sleep is about the 13th moon cycle. And yesterday, as you guys know, I was talking about 13, and I'm like, you know what? 13 moon, you know, 13 signs in the heaven is I can never pronounce it right. Ophiuchus. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, that 13th sign to me, I feel like is ethereal. I feel it's spirit. I feel it's linked with the masculine energy of the Christ and also the feminine of the Christos Sophia. I don't know what was making me think about all that last night, but I'm going to research that more because I find it interesting. And no, it doesn't change your sign. It's an energy that has always been there that, you know what, some people haven't discovered it until recently, and then you have some people freaking out. Does that change my sign? I don't resonate with that. Don't worry about it. Tap into spirit. Have faith that if you are one like me that loves to utilize astrology because it's spiritual and it's psychological, it can help us like a rudder. in our lives to heal and grow and to pinpoint, oh, wow, yes, that resonates. I like to integrate astrology in a evolutionary way, how it can work with us, because that's really what it's for. I'm not into predictions. I'm into guidance so that you understand yourself. And I love it when I first started studying. So we got the fire, Aries season, passion. It can be also, when it burns too hot, it can sting you, it can burn you to the ground. Fire is a transmuting energy. When the smart people of the world understand that you burn off the underbrush, right, so to speak, so that new life and new green comes to the undergrowth, that you don't have the wildfires that you have now. They keep wanting to blame everything on climate change and spread it all out to all of us, when really it's the corporations. And really, if we got back in sync with Earth, many people do it. I live near Amish. They still do it. They burn off the undergrowth. You burn off what no longer serves you, and you allow it to transmute you for new growth, for the spring equinox, for Mars, with the north node of Gemini. Yeah, with Mars with the north node of Gemini, wanting us to burn off the old belief systems where the Sagittarius south node is, to not be clung to that, to transmute it, and also to allow this fire, excuse me, I'm belching, to push you to transmute what is no longer working for you, so that you have new growth with this spring equinox energy, allowing yourself to be fertile, that feminine energy, right? Because it's about fertility, spring. In the pagan tradition, it's the rabbit and the egg, and it still is even today. Easter, Esther, Astra. So much manipulation, for God's sakes. Anyway, fire, transmute it, allow it to be your passion. And again, don't snuff enter. If you have anger come up within you, like I do when we're in our Chiron return, if you're born from 68 to 70 something, so many of us are healing the wounds within ourselves, and at the same time, we're transmuting and healing collective energy. So we're all going through this huge transformation. And so allow this fire energy to the Sagittarius house. Have faith within you. In the Aries house, a rebirth, an initiation of a spring or a new idea, just like the Sabian symbol was saying. To not act out of impulse, but to really sit with the decisions and how you want to be ripe, fertile ground for newness. How beautiful, yeah? Yeah. One more I am, and then we are off of here. I ordered my shamanic drum, so get ready. As we move into the moon cycles, I will be doing drumming journeys. Hopefully someday in the physical with other people. But we'll definitely be doing them here and in collaboration with somebody that I'm super excited. So watch for that as well. In the meantime, be patient with me. I have a lot of behind the scenes things going on. I am willing to ask for help. Receptive energy. Didn't we just get this the other day? If you need help, ask for it. If you need help from spirit, ask for it. I'm in communication with spirit. Always was, but more so after 2014, where I was transformed and, transmuting a lot of hurts, wounds, past traumas. And this is, again, that receptive energy, being open to receive. And let's just face it, Aries, sometimes you do, just like the Sabian symbol, sometimes y'all get too stubborn. Be aware of that. Shift it and change it, and being open. Be open. So that's it for today. I will see you guys all very soon. I hope you're doing well. Shalom.